Darrell Amy here, and I'd love to share with you some thoughts on numbering our days to interpret our lives. Psalm 90 verse 12 says, "Help us to remember that our days are numbered and help us to interpret our lives correctly." Knowing that we only have a finite amount of days affects the way we see our lives. The way we interpret our days matters. Understanding that our days are numbered gives us the perspective to interpret our lives correctly. Over the years, I've been challenged to write my own eulogy. This powerful exercise provides perspective on the big picture of the impact I want to have on the world. Well, today, I want to zoom in on the days of our lives that we invest in our businesses. Earlier this week, I watched a man with flowing silver hair walk into the lounge where I was working on a project. Something in me knew I was going to meet him, so it was no surprise when he sat down next to me. As we began to get to know each other, I quickly discovered that he had just retired from a fulfilling career, making a huge difference in the world. As we talked about his life and passions, what I saw in this man's eyes and his smile inspired me. He seemed centered, at peace, and fulfilled. I witnessed the signs of a life well lived. This is what I want. Should God grant me a long life, I want to be able to look back and know that the time I spent in my career made a difference and that I helped touch others' lives. Someday, a day will come when I cannot work. Organizations I help pioneer and grow will be handed off to other people to lead. With this perspective, I see the importance of raising up leaders, creating great culture, and building processes that leave the business in a strong and healthy place. Maybe even someday I can assume the role of the sage with that long flowing silver hair, encouraging those who are actively running the business. So, what does all of this mean to you today? Here are a few questions to ponder. If your life is a breath, what will that breath say? What do you want to be remembered for? And with your numbered amount of days, how can you set your business up to have an impact long after you have moved on to the next season?